All right there, my name's Chris Dangerfield. Oh, I haven't been well. Oh, I've been bedded up. Oh, I'm not using my light. I'm not using my artificial light because look, I got this kind of light dark thing going on. Oh, nature's illumination bounty is being exploited for aesthetics. Right, let's talk about the good guys of British comedy. Oh, the good guys of British comedy. You know what? This is my Facebook gives you a very interesting slice of culture. It's made up of mainly comics. You know, all different levels. Very successful TV comics, very new open mic comics, and everyone in between. And the massive majority, I guess 95, 97, 98% of them echo the dominant liberal narrative without question. They support multiculturalism. They think diversity is our strength. Islam is the religion of peace, and feminism is a force for good. That's what they'll tell you. They tell you they're doing the job. They're passing on what they heard from CNN, from the Huffington Post, from Salon, from Vox, and from BuzzFeed. Fucking comedians. Yeah, oh yeah, they're on that side. And why are they? Because this is a moral panic. Ooh. And in any moral panic, you make a moral distinction between the good guys and the bad guys, and it gives the good guys a pass. I'll get into that in a minute. Josie Long, she was asked on London radio, are there any right-wing comedians? The assumption being they're all on the left, of course, which backs up what I just told you. And she said, Andrew Lawrence is on the far right. Oh, I wonder what that could mean. And Chris Dangerfield, he identifies as alt-right. Me? I don't. I never have. I can't think of anything I've ever said that would align me with the ideas of the alt-right, but it doesn't really matter. She wanted to say I was a Nazi. She wanted to say I was one of the bad guys. In effect, casting herself as one of the good guys. This is McCarthyism. In the second Red Scare, which lasted a good 9 years, watch out, there might be a communist in your shed. Oh, the man that delivers your milk could be a communist. They could be the bad guys. Come on, root them out. You are the good guys. They targeted the entertainment industry. They targeted Hollywood, explicitly so. They knew there was power in those dissenting voices, and they wanted them out. Don't need to today. Don't need to look for those voices. They're just not there. The handful that are written off as Nazis, far right, alt right. Why would you cast someone as a Nazi? Why would you need to cast someone as a good guy and a bad guy? Why would a moral panic create that necessity? Because it gives the good guys a pass. It allows them to do things they really shouldn't. With some horror, I watched a couple of months ago it's okay to punch a Nazi meme go around. Oh, it's okay to punch a Nazi. It isn't okay to punch a Nazi, actually. But everyone was on it. Everyone was supporting it. You know, my Facebook page, everyone was just going, fuck off, they're Nazis, they need punching, fuck off, they're a Nazi. Apart from the fact that it's the people punching them that also defined what a Nazi is. Because they haven't got a time machine. They haven't gone back in time and given Goering a fucking Himmler a couple of bang bang bangs. No. They're talking about contemporary Nazis. Or is it your neighbour? Is it the man that delivers your milk? Is it that comedian Chris Dangerfield? It gives them a pass. It gives them a pass to move on to violence before the debate has been had. Oh, it's all right. We're the good guys. We can punch people. What if there is a Nazi? What if you find a Nazi, 16 years old, he grew up in a family of white supremacists, there's no different. Is it all right for 5 rugby players to kick the shit out of him because he's a Nazi? Doesn't sound... Is that alright? It doesn't sound so good, does it? We need to redefine these terms. But you get a pass. You get a pass because you're the good guys. Just punch people. You don't need to talk. You don't need to worry about their... You don't need to worry about their freedom of assembly, their freedom of expression. No, stop those lecturers. Stop Milo Yiannopoulos giving a lecture. Stop Ben Shapiro. He's a fucking Jew. He gets called a Nazi. Milo is fucking Jewish. It's fucking madness. All these Nazis, these Jewish Nazis. But that's not what it's really about, is it? Again, they're dissenting voices. They're not going along with this dominant narrative that you lot seem to have sucked up, swallowed, and now regurgitate pointlessly and passionlessly. Call yourselves comedians. If you spent less time trying to be good guys and more time actually thinking about what's going on, daring to take the risk of thinking for yourself. You hear a lot about these couple of blokes with their swastika flags, and it was a couple of blokes globally. 2 blokes. You don't hear so much about all the communist flags on the other side, and there's plenty of them, and they're at every rally. It's not just 2 blokes. They march for a big thing in front of them with communist hammer and sickles all over it. The same lot that turned up at many of Jeremy Corbyn's rallies. No one mentioned it. No, there was no problem with that. And the Nazis held power in a little European country for about a decade. Killed about, 16 million? Depending. Add a couple, lose a couple. Communism? Oh, mate. Hundreds of millions of people were tortured. Hundreds of millions starved to death. Hundreds of millions were murdered because of communism. Because of the ideological movement on the back of those hammer and sickle flags that you cunts don't mention. I saw some swastikas. Come on. But all that gets a pass. The left gets a pass. They get a pass to punch people. They get a pass to be violent. They get a pass to shut up other people. In America, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech is protected under the Constitution. Oh, but the left don't want that. No, fuck it. Punch them. Get violent. Be violent. They get a pass to be fucking violent. You people are supporting that. And by you people, I'm addressing comedians. They get a pass to be violent. They get a pass to be authoritarian. These people are getting to say who lectures at universities, who gets to turn up, who can speak, what other people, their peers, their other students can listen to. They are being dictatorial. And they get a pass for all of that. Authoritarian, violent, dictatorial. Sounds like Nazism, doesn't it? Sounds like fascism. Isn't that funny? The madness is that these people have moved away from their traditional enemies. They moved away from government and corporations and media. They're in bed with the fucking media. They want government to be big. They want bigger government. They want bigger. They want to give the government power to censor. They want more censorship. Comedians want more censorship. That's the state of play today. Comedians want censorship. What a fucking mess. Is it so unsurprising that the last 5 years of British stand-up have been the most pathetic collection of unfunny people probably ever in the history of laughter? Laughter. British comedy, social justice warriors, laughter division. There's no criticism. There's no intellectual honesty. There's no rigour. There's no risks. There's no passion. There's no ridicule. They're just agreeing with the dominant media. You can't argue that. Incredible. Who would ever have seen that? And look, who are the great British comedians the last 5 years? Come on, name them. It's been cack. It's the good guys of comedy. They're siding with the good guys of a moral panic. And when that moral panic collapses, like they always do, and it is exposed for what it is, you'll look the same you'll look as dumb and as crazy as McCarthy himself. Hilarious. Well done. Ha 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 ha.